I'm going to do a quick overview on how to set up your website within GitHub and still have a custom domain. The very first part is to buy a domain name. I'm doing it here through Namecheap, and you can see here that I have a number of them. And I'm going to go ahead and show the only configuration that you need to do once you purchase your domain. So I'm going to go ahead and click here on Manage. And then we're going to move over to customize the domain. And what we're going to do is that we're going to forward all resolutions of this domain name to GitHub. And so what we need to do in order to be able to do that is to enter the GitHub DNS numbers within the configuration of this domain. And we can see here that we're now at the configuration page, and we're going to move to advanced DNS. Now, the very first time you navigate to this page after you buy the domain, there will be a couple of placeholder values here. You can go ahead and delete those. What I normally do is that I enter the DNS numbers first, and then I delete the placeholders that Namecheap puts there for you. And what you need to do then is to enter the DNS numbers that you see here. I'm going to go ahead and show them on a text editor where you can see them better. And you can see there that all of them are 185.199. The third block of numbers is the one that changes, and then is 153. So 108, 109, 110, 111, and the rest of them are the same. And you can see here that that is precisely what I've entered. You can see. And what I've entered as well is an A record, the @ symbol for host, then the value, and the time to live is automatic. So I've gone pretty much with the defaults there, and I've added those 4 values. Now, once you do that, then you can move to your GitHub repository, and I'm going to go ahead and do that now. In this case, I'm going to connect to a recent project that I created, and as you can see there, it's called Cloud. Then you move to your settings, and you scroll down the page to the section that allows you to create pages. Now, the very first thing that you do is that you enable pages, and you choose your branch. For most projects, especially a website project, it's going to be your master branch. And then once you do that and you reload the page, you can come back to this field here where it says custom domain, and you can enter the domain name that you have purchased. In this case, you can see here it's cloudvision.fun. And I entered this here as cloudvision.fun. Once you save, you will have access to this website, and the part down here that says enforce HTTPS should give you a little message that says this certificate is being created. Wait for a certain period of time before you can enforce HTTPS. Usually that happens within 30 minutes or so. Sometimes it can take a little bit, can take, overnight. But once you get it, then you can enforce HTTPS. From the moment that you do, you also have a bit of a lag. It can take half an hour or so. And typically, once you do that, then you can go ahead and access your website with your custom domain having HTTPS. All of this is for free. You have to pay for the domain name, but the hosting within GitHub, your ability to have a custom domain name, your certificate that gets created for this site, all of that is for free. And so you can see here in this case that that project is already accessible, and you can see here that we have some of that content in place. So that's it. It's a pretty short overview on how to set up a custom domain with your GitHub repository. And you can have as many of them as you like, one per repository.